You won't believe who we've lost recently. Some names you grew up watching. Some you cheered for. Some were just beginning their journey. But all of them left a mark. Today we're honoring the lives of actors, artists, athletes, and creators who've passed away recently, from legends who defined an era to rising stars taken too soon. So take a breath. Let's celebrate their stories together. Let's begin with someone whose voice brought comfort, inspiration, and a sense of magic to millions, Celine Dion. No, she hasn't passed away, but in recent years she's been courageously battling stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that sidelined her from touring. Yet even while facing intense physical setbacks, Celine's been redefining what it means to be an artist. Her mornings now begin with water therapy and breath work instead of sound checks and rehearsals. Her kids, Renee, Charles, Nelson, and Eddie, are her audience now as they jam on the family piano. And while the big tours are on pause, her creativity is far from over. She's been writing, recording in her home studio, and mentoring from the sidelines. There's even a documentary in the works showing the raw, real version of what life looks like beyond the spotlight. The fact that she's still finding ways to connect, to inspire, and to show up, that's power. That's resilience. Now, onto those we've had to say goodbye to. First up, Peter Russell Clark. If you grew up watching cooking shows in Australia, you know the name. With his cheeky grin and iconic catchphrases, "Where's the cheese? Anyone?" Peter turned cooking into comedy and made kitchen time feel like family time. He hosted nearly 900 episodes of Come and Get It, penned over 35 cookbooks, and even illustrated them himself. He passed at 89, surrounded by his wife and children, leaving behind a full life flavored with joy, humor, and some seriously good food. Next, Richard Greenberg, the Tony Award-winning playwright behind Take Me Out, died at 67. His stories weren't just plays, they were windows into identity, vulnerability, and the human condition. Take Me Out wasn't just a Broadway hit, it sparked conversations about masculinity, sexuality, and belonging. And his other works, like Eastern Standard and The American Plan, made him one of the most celebrated voices in theater. His words will keep speaking long after the curtain falls. Then there's Julian McMahon, an actor with charm, edge, and serious screen presence. You might know him as Cole Turner from Charmed, or Dr. Doom in Fantastic Four, or the slick surgeon from Nip/Tuck. He passed away at just 56 after battling cancer. His career took him from Aussie soaps to Hollywood's biggest sets, but behind the roles was a man who loved his family deeply and gave everything to his craft. He brought intensity to every role, and fans adored him for it. The next loss is especially heartbreaking. Sophia Hutchins, a 29-year-old entrepreneur, known for her close friendship with Caitlyn Jenner and for her tireless advocacy for trans rights, passed away in an ATV accident in Malibu. She led the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation and launched her own skincare line, Lumisol, all while keeping things grounded, real, and authentic. Sophia wasn't just in the spotlight, she was changing the conversation behind it. Her light was bright and her loss is felt deeply. In a devastating blow to the football world, Diogo Jota, the Portuguese star and Liverpool forward, was killed in a car accident in Spain alongside his brother. He was just 28. Only days after marrying his longtime partner, this tragedy stunned fans around the world. Jota was more than a goal scorer, he was a spark on the field. Electric pace, non-stop energy, and a heart that played every match like it was his last. He made Portugal proud and Liverpool too. His legacy is one of passion, commitment, and joy. Moving on to baseball, Bobby Jenks, the powerhouse pitcher who helped the Chicago White Sox win their 2005 World Series, passed away at 44 from stomach cancer. After relocating to Portugal due to wildfires destroying his home in California, he fought his diagnosis with openness and grit. His 102 miles per hour fastball was legendary, but it was his heart that teammates remembered most. A giant presence with an even bigger soul. Sure, 2005 forever, as his friend AJ Pierzynski said. From hockey rinks to radio waves, Lyndon L.B. Byers was a true Boston icon. The former Bruins enforcer and beloved radio personality died at 61. With over 200 penalty minutes in his best season, LB played with heart and fire. After his hockey days, he became a radio voice fans trusted and loved, gritty, funny, full of life. His passing leaves a big hole in the Boston sports world. Next, we honor young Noble, rapper and member of Tupac Shakur's Outlaws. He died at 47, leaving behind a deep legacy in hip-hop. As the last member personally invited by Tupac to join the group, Noble's voice helped shape a sound that challenged the system and inspired the streets. His solo work, including Son of God, carried messages of hope, struggle, and faith. His final post said, "Don't give up. You're next in line for your miracle." Chills, right? Composer Mark Snow, the musical genius behind the unforgettable X-Files theme, passed at 78. That eerie whistle? Pure Snow. He scored everything from Smallville to Ghost Whisperer, but his true gift was creating soundtracks that crawled under your skin and stayed there. He mentored young composers, encouraged experimentation, and shaped what TV could sound like. Kenneth Colley, known to Star Wars fans as Admiral Pyatt, passed away at 87 after complications from COVID-19. He was the only Imperial officer to appear in multiple original Star Wars films, and his portrayal became a cult favorite. But his talent went far beyond galaxies far, far away. He played Jesus in Life of Brian, starred on stage for decades, and carried a quiet dignity that made him unforgettable. Actor Michael Madsen, famous for his iconic roles in Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, and Donnie Brasco, has died at 67 after suffering cardiac arrest. He was the king of tough guy roles, the gravel-voiced legend who made every line hit hard. Whether he was playing the villain or the anti-hero, you couldn't take your eyes off him. And beyond the roles, he was a father, a poet, and a man with a deep creative soul. And finally, a truly tragic loss. Aiden Zing, a rising motocross star, died at just 16 after a crash at the Mammoth Motocross event in California. Sponsored by some of the biggest brands in the sport, Aiden was already turning heads with his raw talent and sportsmanship. He was humble, kind, and fearless. In his last post he wrote, "Remember the name. We will, Aiden. We absolutely will. So many lives. So many stories. Some full, some just getting started. But all left something behind, whether it was a lyric, a laugh, a goal, a recipe, or a voice that carried hope across continents." If any of these names meant something to you, take a moment. Light a candle. Play a song. Rewatch a scene. Say their name. Because that's how we keep them alive. And hey, if you found this video meaningful, do us a small favor. Give it a like. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that behind every headline is a human story. And if you want to stay connected to stories that matter, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, hold your people close. Life moves fast, but the memories? They're forever.